What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Hypersonic. Today, I just wanted to get on here and have a little conversation, a little bit of conversating, I guess you could say. Um, kind of go over a few things. Oh shoot! Well, that wasn't off to a good start. But anyways, yeah. So as you can see, this is Grounded 2. This is shortly after my last video, the same day. Just wanted to kind of go over some things really. Uh, as to where I would like to see this go, or what I would just like to have. I'm not looking to make this like a full-time thing. This is honestly just for me to have, something were to ever happen to me, you know, just kind of memories and stuff that I would like to have. So it's not like I'm doing this to have the dream of becoming big. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. Um, like I tried to say, you probably couldn't hear anything that I've said in the last 4 videos that I've done. The last 4 videos that I've done. Um, but essentially, what I'm doing is making videos and everything that I like to see. And content creation has always been a big thing to me. I've always wanted to do it, but I never really had the means to, or the things that I needed to do content creation. But it's always been a major, major passion that I've had. Like I said in the first video, it's like I said, you guys probably couldn't hear because those, the audio on those was just, it was terrible. I don't know what was going on with my microphone, but I think I've got it all figured out now, which is good. Um, I grew up in an era where YouTube was, I guess you could say it was a growing process. It was a very, very like, I wouldn't say popular, but it was still up and coming. So there were a lot of big names to come from YouTube when I was a kid. Uh, you know, the Minecraft era of YouTube was a very big era, the beginning era. So, you had names like Scott is Minecraft, Deadlocks, Caveman Films, all those big, big names for content creators on that side of things. And so, and I got to be there for the rise and downfall or disappearance for a lot of those. And I've been around for the whole FaZe Clan era. So, because I never thought in a million years that I would witness the downfall of FaZe Clan. It was it was a very scandalous thing. And, there's still a lot of news that is kind of up in the air or questionable. But yeah, I don't expect this to become like a full-time job like it is for a decent amount of people. I'm just doing this for me, and to, at the end of the day, if this video makes somebody's day brighter and or better, then that's really what I'm going for. That's really what I aspire to do, because that's something I want to try to like get into my kids' heads is, try to not be negative, because we could sit here all day long, every day, focus on nothing but the negative. But see, the problem with that is you end up not taking a step back and just being like, man, so many good things have been put into my life. So many good things have been brought my way. Because I'm gonna be honest, that's something that I used to do. I used to focus a lot on the negative aspect of things, but I try not to anymore. I try to focus on the positive stuff, because let's be honest, it's a lot harder to focus on positive aspects in our life in our teenage years, because we just get in our heads and we just think, man, like, I wish I could do this but I can't. Or we get, teenage years aren't fun for anybody, but the main takeaway is, and this is going to sound corny, it always gets better at some point, you know? Like, I never in my life, in a million years, I never expected to have an amazing wife, 4 kids, all around like a supportive group of people. Uh, but, that's one of the beauties. It's one of the beauties of life. You just never really know what's going to happen, what's going to come your way. And it can be a scary thing sometimes, you know. Change change is scary. I remember, well, every job I've had, when I've gone there the first few days, it's kind of scary. But the main thing is you just got to focus on, it'll get better, it'll get easier. And I promise, guys, if you're going through a rough time or something, it always gets better. It might not get better right off the bat, but it will at some point in time. Uh, Another thing is just trying to build a fan base or a community. That's something I would enjoy to do, because a lot of people, a lot of people don't really have like people that they kind of click with, and that's one thing that I want to create. It's just like, a bunch of gamers, just a bunch of gamers getting in the getting in the mix, and kind of, just so everybody has somebody to talk to, because like I said, you know, sometimes you're just going through a rough patch and you don't feel comfortable talking to certain people about it. I always found it a lot easier to express myself over messages than in person sometimes. And, you know, that's my main thing. And then that's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to help people. And especially in this day and age, things look pretty rough. But, at the end of the day, if you can just help one person, or if I could help one person, I'm going to. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't care to do that anymore in the world. The world's got a lot of evil in it right now. And that's a very, very like intense subject. It's just, what's happening right now, really. But like I said, at the end of the day, I hope that everybody finds somebody that they can reach out to. Everybody finds somebody that they're comfortable talking about certain things with, because not everybody has that outlook. You never know what somebody's going through, and that's one thing that I'm gonna 110% make sure that my kids understand is that they you don't want to pick on anybody. You don't want to make anybody feel worse than they already could feel, because you don't understand what somebody is truly going through at home, at work, at oh, excuse me, God. Oh, sorry. You just never know. You never know what somebody's going through. And this channel, it's mostly going to be gaming videos. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, I've asked for this before, but like I said, I don't think you guys could understand anything in the last video. But I'm open to gaming suggestions. If you recommend a game and I don't have it, I'll let you know. Uh, but right now, it's probably going to be a mixture of games until I kind of figure out what I want the content to be a decent amount. Um, yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy Hypersonic, and I hope everybody has a wonderful night.